We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you.
Where the kisses are hers and his. Three's company too. Come and dance on our floor.
Come and dance on our floor.
Take a step that is new.
Take a step that is new.
Leave a lovable space that needs your face. Three's company too. Down at our rendezvous.
Down in our rendezvous. Three's company too.
You're looking live at the Three's Company radio show, broadcasting from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club studios here in Levittown, New York. Today's show is brought to you by Coasters, the home of the friendliest open mic in all of America. Every Tuesday night at 7:30. Bonnie's got the laughs over here. And by Smash, Long Island's #1 upscale ping pong bar and establishment. So whether you're going out for a drink or you want to play a game of ping pong or you're looking to get a lesson so you can get better at ping pong, Smash is always the place to go. Located directly across from Governor's Comedy Club on Hempstead Turnpike in Levittown, New York. My name's Jim Rhetta, and I'm joined today by my two co-hosts, as always, Bonnie Scalisi and Mandy Jones.
Hey, world.
Hey, how you doing?
So what's going on?
A lot.
A lot?
Who wants to go first?
Well, we briefly were going to talking about having Jim back.
Oh, right. How was your colonoscopy?
Oh yeah. All right. First of all, thank God you're alive.
Well, the day
Welcome
before,
back.
it's a shit show.
Okay.
Because you take this stuff, you drink it, and then you're just basically on the toilet for 12 hours straight.
I-
Now,
had
was
one,
it
so I
was it
know.
preventative maintenance or was it an emergency work that you're
No,
getting done?
No, you're supposed to have it when you get to a
All right,
certain age.
preventative maintenance.
Yeah, so I just
Okay.
went in, and there's no cancer.
There's no explaining it until you've actually done it.
My wife wasn't
You have
happy
to
there was no
experience.
cancer because now she doesn't get to collect the life insurance money, but,
What, you got $100,000 on you?
Oh, no, way more than that.
Really? What do you got? What
But
kind
when
of
my
life
wife
insurance
doesn't know,
policy?
hopefully she's not listening to the show or she'll find out. So I have, I have probably like $4 or $5 million life insurance, but the thing is, when I die, it's all going to my kids, so there's actually none of it going to
Oh
her.
my God.
What?
So she'll be surprised when I die, but there's really nothing she can do with me at that point. So
What do you have? 2 kids?
we had 2 kids together, and then we had 1 kid.
She.
She had 1 kid before he got married, and but he's my stepson, so he's getting some money too. So he's gonna get some money, and the 2 kids are getting some money. So it'll be interesting. She'll hate me. She's probably spitting in my grave, but that's all right.
You want to go next?
I wasn't planning on talking about that, but now you.
Oh, wait.
dragged it out.
Speaking of shit show, I promised that the last show we had, everybody was doing jokes, and I would pick a winner, and there were some very awesome ass jokes. But the winner is Bill Hansen. So he's going to win a $25 gift certificate to Coasters. But Bill,
Wait, what was the joke?
I forgot the joke, but I will. I have
was
to look
great.
it up. But anyway, Bill, if you don't live around Coasters, you'll let me know. We'll get you something else, right?
Right, you can pick it up
Yeah,
any
are you in
Tuesday
New
night
York,
at
Bill?
7:30.
I think he is, based on who he's friends with,
Mm-hmm.
because I stalk everybody.
Yeah, Bill,
I'm
I
gonna
love Bill.
assume you are. I know Bill's great. He's a #1 supporter. I mean, he's always he's always messaging me that he likes the show, and because I spam everybody with all our garbage, and he likes everything, and he's always got really funny stuff himself. He's got a
Yeah,
funny
he does.
sense of humor.
So you can
His
pick up that
stuff-
gift certificate any Tuesday night at the
Yeah,
open
he
mic. Just come on down.
Congratulations, Bill, for the shittiest joke.
Yes, and what a successful contest, because we try to run contests and they never work ever.
Yeah, it actually, a lot of people, including Mary Capone and Emily Santosis, had their own jokes too, which were very good. But
So before today's show, some comedian said, "Is it all right if I call into the show tonight?" So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, call into the show." So he goes, "I'll call in at 7 o'clock." I'm like, "Well, obviously you don't watch our show because it's from 7:30 to 8:30." And he goes, "Yeah, but I'm going out to dinner at that time." He goes, "So I'll call in at 7." So I'm like, "No, we're not gonna be on the air."
Yeah, we're not
So
gonna-
I'm in the studio early. He calls up at like 7:09. He's like, "Yeah, can I go on now?" I'm like, "What don't you understand? We're not on the air until 7:30." He's
Oh
like,
my God.
I'm like, "This is not gonna help your career if you just talk to me on the phone and no one can hear you." So he says he'll call back next week. He'll probably call back at 7 o'clock.
You
but
should have
no
just put him on speaker, like, yeah, everyone's
that
hearing
was
you.
funny.
You're
I
live.
was here and I was like, who is Jim talking to? And Mike was like, it's this guy who keeps calling and wanting to thinks he's on the air. It was
Oh
really
my
weird.
God, we got a lot of delusional people.
Oh, yeah.
That we attract.
And who's the guy who always calls in all the time?
Dennis?
Yeah, Dennis.
Dennis had a
Murphy.
birthday on the 20th.
Yes.
So
yes.
he's been texting me that he had an amazing birthday and a lot of fun.
Oh, good.
So I'm like,
Good.
I don't really know you that well, but I'm glad you had a great birthday and it's amazing. So it's all good.
Well, speaking of birthdays and gifts, I actually have a gift for you guys that I've had for a really long time, and I've been
Really?
meaning to get it together and remember and
Ooh.
stuff.
Interesting.
Our good friend Taz, the residential artist,
Ooh.
mailed us.
She just did Knock 'em Dead's drawing
The,
this morning.
originals.
yesterday morning.
Really?
The hard copies of some drawings she did. So
Cool.
she wrote to
Taz, thank you.
She wrote to Father Jim on that one and
Wow.
Bonnie. I had to
Wow.
fold it to
Yo,
get
why
it a
haven't
little
we?
smaller.
Why haven't we had them on the show yet?
Great. I know. Well, she's in
love it.
Oregon. No, you're not in Oregon. Is it Oregon? Vancouver. Vancouver is where she's out of.
Right.
And then this one, I figured we can hang up right in the studio because this is the best one ever. Taz did the full body shot of us, and she's got Father Jim. She's got Jim with the collar on, because we got a Sunday school teacher.
I love how
Next
she
to
made me so
us.
thin.
And if
Oh,
Jay-
I know. We look great.
If Jay Christopher is Fat Jay,
Oh my
if Fat Jay is listening, he
God.
wanted me to get him a shirt.
Jay.
So I got him a shirt.
Love
so
Jay, love
hopefully,
Jay, come on Friday. I'll pay for you to get
he says
in.
he's gonna come on down today, so hopefully he comes on down
Oh,
today.
we'll come today and come Friday to our show because me and Bonnie are in a show on Friday.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Come down. I'll buy you some drinks if I think he doesn't drink, but you can smoke some weed and have a fun time Friday night at Coasters.
And I forgot a Sharpie. I want to
Thank you, Mandy. That's so
Of course,
beautiful.
well, it was really Taz, and honestly, they
And
got
Taz,
a
of
little wet
course.
in my mailbox, so they've got some watermarks on there, but they're all she dated them and everything, so
So
gold.
I think that's awesome. I'm going to put it in a very special place. Well, I do have a story, and I'll make it quick.
All right.
'Cause
The
someone
divorce
point-
is final, so you can't lose it in the divorce.
Someone pointed out to me I have to tell quick stories. Okay. So
That was not the word
I
he used, but go ahead. Men don't use the word quick.
He meant like concise, and he's like, you know how you're
There
not
were
like
a lot of
mouthy on
directions.
stage.
Yeah, there were a lot of directions from Jim before the show began. Okay. So I was on a date from Plenty of Fish, okay? And I looked at the guy's profile, and the guy was 6'6". So I figured people lie about their height. And so he had liked me, and I'm only 5'1". So then you message people, message, and with all the, I'm making it fast. So I go to meet him at the Cheesecake Factory, right? And I'm walking in, so it's
Where
like
you
it's like
slaughter
a blind
everyone.
date. It's
That's
like
where
a blind
Bonnie
date.
goes through everyone.
Okay. And who do I see but Michelle Fox is there with her family.
Oh my God.
So she comes over.
She's like gorgeous.
I love Michelle.
I would have fainted.
Michelle is beautiful on the
Hopefully it
outside
wasn't her
and the
husband.
inside.
I would think, really? I would think
Yeah.
she would be horrible.
So she's like, so I told her I'm about to meet this guy. So she's like, oh, I'll leave you alone. You know how she does. I'll leave you alone.
No, she's a
I
nice
love
person.
Michelle.
Oh, I was thinking of I
Not
love
Michelle McDonald, Michelle Fox.
No, I love Michelle Fox too, but I said I would have fainted. I'm thinking of that actress, Megan Fox.
Oh,
Sorry,
no,
Michelle
no,
Fox. I
Michelle
love you
Fox.
too, but I thought Megan Fox is who I was
Michelle
thinking.
was there for me at a very hard time, and she did a lot more than she needed to do. So I owe Michelle a lot.
And we're
So-
going to get her on.
Yes.
All right, but
So
go,
I go
sorry.
to meet this guy,
6'6".
and he stands up, and he was 6'6".
21 years
which,
old.
You know.
No, you know what that means. That means he's got a big cock.
When,
So how is this gonna
Wait,
work
wait, wait.
here?
I wouldn't lie about
when he
that.
sat down,
It's gonna stretch you
okay,
out.
you know, the picture is very different. So he had, I like a beard, but a nice kept beard. So he had a beard that was like a Colonel Sanders beard.
Oh my
where,
God.
Where it's like folded over like this. And he had lots of tattoos like all over. And then, which you can't see from a picture, he had a long braid in the back of his
wow.
hair. And like a woman knows in like 3 seconds. I was like, no, this guy is, you know, is a
So
no.
you wouldn't
what
want
did
to
you-
try it?
So then Michelle comes out. Michelle.
You wouldn't
finishes-
want to try it? See, you know.
No. So Michelle comes. She
Also, the beard
finishes.
tickles when they go down there.
She
Supposedly.
finishes. Stop it. She finishes eating, and she comes over to say goodbye, and she's trying to sell this guy on me. Like she thinks I want him, so
Oh
she's
my
like,
God.
"Bonnie is the nicest person," and she's trying to, you know, like make me seem like go for it. Meanwhile, I was like, that.
So
Oh,
the
that's
length
too
and the
funny.
width is not a big deal to you then, I guess.
I don't know. That's my dating story for the week. I have others, but I will not share them now. One story, one concise story, and that's it. All right, so Mandy, you want to say anything? And then we're gonna get to our amazing guest.
Yeah, let's do it. You can introduce him.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay.
Got a whole lot of nothing.
Okay, so we're very, very excited for our next guest. He does the warm-up for the Dr. Oz show. He's a national headliner. He's been on all kinds of shows like Sex and the City and Sopranos, which we're going to find out a lot more about, and much, much more. Richie Byrne.
All right, Richie.
Hey, hi.
Ooh, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome
Thanks
to
for
Three's
coming.
Company
You're
Radio
welcome.
Show.
Thank you.
So you basically know how to like cure every disease in the world from listening every day in the
No,
doctor?
you know what happens? It's the opposite. You think you have every
Yeah, oh
disease.
God, yeah.
You know, you sit there because every time like at the symptoms, you sit there going, I have that. I have that. You know, see, I mean, I'm in the doctor's. I go to doctor like once a week. I went to a gynecologist last week. So.
I know. Well, that's like WebMD and all that stuff. You can't start looking up.
No,
like, you
don't-
have like.
Don't. And my mom is at this age now where she self-diagnoses.
Oh.
Do you know anybody like this?
This is me.
It's brutal.
Well, I convinced myself I needed a gallbladder the other day because I told my friend about one incident.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I had a friend that had gallbladder, needed gallbladder disease, and she fucking needed it removed. So then I'm at lunch and I say to my two coworkers, I'm like, do you guys have your gallbladders? My coworker's like, why do I feel like I'm going to get mugged for my organs later? Like, well, my husband's like, you can't just say that to people, Mandy. He's like, you just need a well visit.
So what is Dr. Oz like? No,
Well,
I'm just
I want to
kidding.
ask you something, Bonnie. Maybe that guy was listening, and maybe you really hurt his feelings just now.
No, he doesn't know my last name.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't know. Oh, I
So
was.
he doesn't
I was
know you
called
have a
mean
radio
before.
show?
He does,
You're
I
supposed to
was
be promoting this
I know,
thing.
seriously, I thought it was on your Plenty of
Hey, Jay, come on in.
I thought it was on your Plenty of Fish profile. Like
No.
hashtag.
No.
Go
He doesn't.
straight,
He
yeah.
doesn't know my last name. He doesn't know anything.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Jay.
Jay is in
Hey,
the
man,
house.
hey, Chris here.
Hey,
And
get on
Here,
stage.
you're gonna need this because it's raining out.
Oh, come on. We got to get you on camera
got
over
two?
here.
Yeah, get you two. Why not?
Okay. So I'm the
All right.
walking billboard for the Three's Company.
For the Three's Company Radio Show. I
yeah.
appreciate
I
it.
haven't even worn my shirt yet.
My skeleton at home wears
Jim
it.
gets mad when I say that. But back to Richie.
Yes.
What were you gonna say?
What were you going? Oh, you were saying.
I was
about-
saying that you hurt this guy's feelings.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you
No,
said
he doesn't know who I am.
So what do you say you do in your spare time? Nothing? Meanwhile, you're like a comedy
he
hoe.
He
Hoa?
doesn't. He doesn't know I do a. He doesn't have a radio show. He doesn't know how to get to the radio show.
You're taking this too seriously, Bonnie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess you keep your Facebook completely separate, obviously.
So I heard
You don't ever
when
jump in.
so I heard when Charlie Sheen was on Dr. Oz, I heard that now he's fully not detectable with HIV at all.
That's what he said.
Okay.
He actually. You want to hear a funny Charlie Sheen story? He was on the show a few times, and before he was diagnosed, and he came on the show, and he was a lot of fun. He was actually one of my favorite guys.
Oh.
And at one point, he comes over to me and he hugs me, and he goes, "Hey man, you're really a lot of fun." And I jokingly go, "We should hang out sometime." And he goes, "Dr. Oz has my number. Get it from her." And I'm like, "No, I'm not going out with Charlie Sheen.
No, you should
I'll
totally
lose
go
like
out with-
3 months of my life, you know."
You should totally go out with.
I'm
Charlie
thinking like
Sheen.
this guy's the biggest partier in the world. He wants to hang out with me. I thought that was kind of cool.
Oh, it is cool.
You must have done some warm up that day.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We did, but yeah, so he's been on a few times.
All right.
They had people on who had HIV, and we're talking about how you could really be the face of this if and he took it. He actually took it pretty seriously, but he did come on and said, "I'm
That's,
Hey.
that's,
Jay, turn your phone
that's
down.
Mandy's pet peeve. She'll kill you.
I'm
Mandy's
like,
gonna
what
slaughter
is he
you now.
Spaced out though?
Wow.
I gave him like a second before I yelled at him.
So the guy walks in and starts listening to another show. Is that what just happened?
That was our show, but
our
show.
still,
Oh,
Jay's just like.
At least it was your show.
We can get the views.
All right.
All right.
All right, you're forgiven
right.
now. You're forgiven now. You're forgiven.
You're
There's a great story going on,
unshunned.
no?
Unshunned.
So now you're in Sex and the City. What role did you play in that?
I love Sex and the City.
You want?
That was a good show.
I was jerk number 2. I'm not making that up.
Is
I
that
was jerk.
serious? Oh
Wait,
my
what
Number
god.
two.
What
Oh my
scene? Because
God.
I've seen that.
They went
yes.
to Atlantic City for what's her name's birthday.
Oh my God!
What's her
Yes,
name?
Carrie,
No,
Samantha.
No, the doctor.
Melissa?
Loved her.
No, what's her name? Jones?
One
The
of
one
my-
who married the Jewish guy in the show.
Wait, I watch it a million
Carrie?
times.
So- no.
The one that has hope about love.
So
Charlotte.
Charlotte, so beautiful, and she was great. She was my.
Oh, she's
she
the
was
brunette,
great.
right? The little
Yeah,
brunette.
oh, so
Okay.
pretty
Okay.
and just so fun.
Yeah,
What-
yeah.
So anyway, it was her birthday. they're playing blackjack and they're not really playing. They're like talking.
Okay.
So-
I definitely know this episode. I remember it.
Gotcha.
100%.
Me and another guy, he was jerk number 1, I was jerk number 2.
Oh,
What did you, do
Okay.
you remember your line?
And he says, hey, either play or, and I go, yeah, get in the game or get out.
Yeah.
And then he says something else. And then he calls Miranda fat.
Oh no.
Ooh.
And Carrie loses her mind because she had just had a baby, and it was a
Oh,
whole
okay,
thing. So.
okay.
But I thought it was funny when I got the script. I realized I'm jerk number 2. Like not only could I not get a name, but I couldn't be jerk number 1.
You're
Yeah.
jerk number 2. That's
I
hilarious.
used to on Saturday. I think they still have it on Saturdays and Sundays. It used to be a thing. It's like $20. When I was younger, it was less than that. But all the wings you can eat and all the beer you could drink it down the hatch on West 4th Street in New York City. So they were going to do an episode there, but they were going to basically make the episode that someone was selling drugs out of this place.
Oh,
Okay?
really? For Sex and the
and
City?
then they were like, no, we don't want that in our.
One little scooch
Come
closer.
closer, come
The
closer.
mic is blocking
Well,
your beautiful face.
I'm
there.
afraid.
So they called
Bonnie-
it Down the
Bonnie
Hooch in
said
the
she didn't
episode.
like me on next.
I
No,
would
it's
never
all right.
say that on
Yeah.
air.
on air.
But they called it Down the Hooch in the episode. So it was, but it
Oh,
was
really?
It was funny. It was a
Oh,
good
that's
show.
cool.
I just want to say a few people who are watching right now. Mark White from the Spin Doctors is watching.
Mark.
Mark, we're gonna have you on for a non-political episode because
no.
that was. I think some people didn't watch just because it was
Mark
politics.
White is black and he's very conservative I'm a
Trump
and he's very
supporter.
knowledable
He's a
about
big Trump
politics.
supporter.
Well,
He's
his
a
name
black
is.
conservative?
Yeah.
He's Mike White
awesome.
supremacist. Is
Is he
his
comic?
other fucking
No,
page.
he's the base. He's the
Bassist.
bassist
Spin
for the
Doctors.
Spin Doctors.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine.
Since
Yeah,
like
he's a very
91,
knowledgeable guy,
yeah.
very funny guy. Yeah, he's good.
So, who else is watching? Rich Rhetta is watching.
Rich.
Ann Farrell. Guff.
Yeah, Andy Plaginos, another fucking
Jan
favorite.
Brenner.
Jan, we
Bruno,
love you.
of course, Bruno.
Yes.
Felix from Let's
Well, since
Let's
Rich,
Eat Long Island. Kathy, my teacher friend. Catherine Durbin, a parent. Gina Jenny Coffin. Heather. Philip
Gina,
Rush.
how you doing?
There's a lot of people watching.
Gina,
Eric
did you
from
see
Knock
what I
'Em
brought my
Dead.
present in?
So Bonnie, let me take a 15.
A lot of people watching.
The present came in our new
everybody.
swag. We all
All
have
right.
Buzz Radio.
Oh, that was
totes
an
now.
awesome night.
We
The-
went to
That was an
a
awesome night.
meeting.
Wait, I have a story to tell about that night.
Oh God.
All right.
What? Okay.
So we had a radio meeting, and we were in the little room having this meeting, and they were talking about how. Maybe I shouldn't say it.
That was the night I need my gallbladder removed. By the way.
Really?
Yeah, it's later that night.
They were talking about how you shouldn't over and over and over and over again ask a comic to be on your show. Like you ask them once or you ask them twice, and then if they
Well,
say
how about
no,
how you asked
say
me
no.
in front of a whole room full of people on a microphone? Bonnie?
That's like when you ask your mom if
Yeah.
a friend could sleep over, and she's like, "Yeah, you fucking
Yeah,
fat."
you put me totally. It was at the open mic.
I don't
I was
remember
nice
that.
enough to do the open mic, and she goes, "I'm going to bring up the final act, and I'm going to ask him to do my show."
Oh,
And I hope he
God.
says
I do
yes.
remember
Oh
that
my
now.
God, pressure's on.
Okay.
man.
Bonnie, now they have documentation on you.
Yeah.
So now I'm in trouble.
So we embarrassed you onto the show. That's
John
good.
Ziegler starts walking by, like literally and I never asked John Ziegler to do the show.
I did.
Oh, have you? So
wait.
He has something on Wednesdays.
Okay.
He has an excuse.
he
I
walked
forget
in
what he
at
does
like
on
the
Wednesdays.
perfect time where they had just said that, and we all started laughing. And John's like, "What's going on here?" And we were all like,
Well, he's hilarious.
yeah, he's hilarious. So John, now you have to do the show.
I know, John. Seriously, get down here.
I'm
Mary
joking,
did the
I'm
show.
joking.
Those two are always together. Those two.
So Rich
do
Rhetta,
shows a
you
lot
said, is
together,
watching,
so-
right?
Yes. Rich
So I'm going to go on a
Rhetta is
15-second tangent. I'll keep it to
Somebody keeps calling me.
So Rich was on Anthony Graz's show the other day.
Oh, okay.
So Graz says on the show, so we had a contest here, and we picked some...
What did Graz see my post and fucking?
So Graz was... basically, he won an opportunity to play me in a game of ping pong, and if he wins, he gets $250. But this is like months ago. So now he's not playing the game. He's not playing the game. So finally, the other day, he says on his show, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna play him in December." I'm like, December?
He said November. I was like, seriously?
I'm like, we're trying to get smash some business now. We don't want to wait till December.
Maybe he's practicing.
Well,
Maybe.
that's what I said. I said he doesn't know how to play. I think he's practicing.
Well, Graz, I got some advice for you. If you go to Smash, there's a guy from the USA Olympic ping pong team that gives lessons at Smash. You can go in and you can pay, and depending on whatever level you are, he'll
God.
give you a lesson. So you could get lessons from him, and then maybe you could compete with me. We'll see. He'll never beat me, Bo. It's all right. All right, so we went off of that. So all right, so now in The Sopranos, what'd you do?
The Tony's sister, Janice, gets in a fight at a kid's soccer game. She knocks a woman out.
Okay.
I'm the referee that breaks it up. And
Oh, cool.
yeah,
She's such a mess.
I had a whole scene with her, too. It was like on the...
Really? That's awesome.
First she comes out,
Oh.
she's yelling at me. And I'm like, man, there's no way they can cut this. And then I watch the show, and it's just me with one
That's
line.
awesome.
Wow.
All right, let's see who's
Cut
on the
whole
phone.
thing.
Now it's where we
Three's
have to
Company Radio Show. How
put
can I
on
help you?
our headphones.
Listen, you fucking miniature dwarfs.
Oh, look who it is.
Graz is calling in.
Graz?
Shit talking bitch himself.
Hello, Mandy. I love you.
I know.
Bonnie,
I love you too,
Rich
Graz.
Love you,
Rich
Graz.
Byrne, I never met you. Listen, fucking dwarf. I'm
You-
gonna fucking. Hello?
I thought you were just on. I thought you just said Rich Byrne was on your show.
No.
No, I had Rich Rader and I had Jeff Bosey and
Oh.
Teresa Farrell last week.
Yeah, I
I can't
know.
get rid
Okay.
of fucking Teresa Farrell. It's fucking out.
Oh wait, me and you still need to get on Tea Time with Teresa.
Teresa
Yeah,
wouldn't let him speak on his own show.
Yeah. No. She was at the radio. She was, maybe I shouldn't be saying this. She was at the radio meeting, and I said, let's go out for a drink. And she goes, oh, I'm leaving. She left, and then she went out that way. I went out the back door, and then I went home, and there she is on the show. She ditched me and came back and was on the show without me. So thanks, Teresa.
She did
like-
like,
it's
a,
like-
oh, I'll see you later, going home.
And I fell for it.
She's
because
like a fucking cricket. I can't get rid of her.
So, Graz, here's
Rhea,
the
Rhea,
truth. All right,
deal.
She was
you tell me the
having
deal.
Here's the deal. You're gonna play me. If you win, you got your $250. But what we want to do is we want to get teams like Team Three's Company and Team Knock 'em Dead.
Oh, I like that.
And do a 50-man tournament at Smash.
Whoa.
Everybody puts $5 in, and whatever we have to give to Smash, and we play for charity, and
I
it's what
love
we
that.
do around the holidays.
All
Because
right.
that's
Well,
That
good
sounds
idea.
good.
All right, so Graz, here's the
Hell
thing. We can
yeah.
absolutely 100% do that around the holidays, but you and me need to play and invite some people down before that because we want to get some business for Smash now.
All right, so then let's.
You're the
call me
king at
tomorrow.
promoting events. You're the you're the best. So you can get 50 people to show up to anything. So let's have a game and let's play this thing. Look, you got no downside. You either put $250 in your pocket or you don't.
Now, if I win, which I hear you're the fucking master of ping pong, I will in turn take that $250 I win, match it, and then we're supposed to go up against Dennis Murphy. But you know what? He's all over. He's like a sponge. I don't want to play him. I want to play Rich Byrne. He seems like a good comedian.
There you go. There you go.
But he sucks at ping pong.
And we're gonna do it now. We're gonna put you on the spot so that you have to.
But yes,
I'm used to being
so
put
what
on
are
the
you
spot
doing
when Bonnie's in the
November?
room.
What are you doing
I put
November
a lot of people on the
12th?
spot.
7 o'clock.
Too bad.
all right. So you let me.
We'll do a November tournament where we play each other. You guys get a team together of 3. I'll get limo talk, knock them dead.
Oh,
We could do
Fucking
a
kill
Thanksgiving
Cole.
theme.
Wait, totally personal note right now. You didn't answer me. I need someone to drive me to a wedding.
Oh, you know, Mandy, I'm scared about that situation. I know that you and your husband are going to walk out after the wedding, and my back thing is going to have fucking snail shit all over the back of my car after you.
Yeah,
get
you're
done.
gonna get egged on
You
the
gotta
way
put a
out.
secret
You
camera
don't-
in there so
you
we
don't
can-
understand. I only roll in style. Like, what kind of fleet you got? You wanna drive me around next weekend?
Yeah, but here's the problem. I'm scared of after you're done at the wedding, I'm going to have to put a tongue
No,
down.
I'm gonna be on good behavior. I'm gonna be on really good behavior.
You told me you want to meet somebody and hang out with 3 people at night. Didn't you say
Well,
that?
I said I want some room for extras in case I, get a party started. I
That's
want to
what
be
scared
able
me.
to get hangers on.
She likes them. She likes them both ways. Remember, she's got
All right, text
girls
me
and men.
back, you ass, and we'll talk about this
Rich,
later.
Rich, I'm going to have to get like a fucking little shower things and spray the back of my car after she's done.
Well, I'm not getting married.
I know you're not getting married.
What does that have to do with anything?
All right,
I'm
Graz.
just
Bonnie.
causing a ruckus.
Bonnie,
Yes.
I love you.
Love
See
you,
later.
Graz.
All right, Graz. So you'll pick a day in the next 2 weeks. You'll promote it. I'll promote it. We'll get some people there. You and me will have a game.
I'll start a
might have
Facebook
about 3
page. I'll make you
people that
guys
like-
all hosts on it.
You have 3 people that like what?
We got to tag everybody. I'm not good at that shit.
All
but I
right,
can get
I'll
people together.
Graz. I'll start a page. I'll get us all linked
You
up.
got like
and we
100
could just
people
start,
to
we could
the
start
blind
working this
softball game
thing.
like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
but I
true.
need you guys' help this time.
We, all
All
right,
right,
we'll
we got-
absolutely
all
help you.
right.
May I-
We got
may I-
this.
May I promote something? May I
Yes,
promote
yes. What would
something?
you like to promote?
On October 11th, Friday, October 11th, Comedy Zest. We're having the first Limo Talk podcast in the little room with Charlie Myers, Mike Nicolia, Matt Alvalo, Bobby Inzarello.
Oh, that's a good
and I-
lineup.
Oh, Bobby.
That's a lineup.
All right,
That's a
cool.
good
That's
lineup.
gonna
That's
be
a good lineup.
That's gonna be fun. All
And
right.
I'm your host, but we only want you guys to show up too. I think I would like to have a night where everybody's there. Yes, I know I'm asking for money, but I'm hoping I can get the people that are close to me to show up.
Graz, what am I gonna say to you now?
Graz, so before
She's going to barter
you gotta
with you.
go. You gotta go.
You gotta go. We
Graz,
love you.
one last
Mandy
thing.
loves to
love
hang up
you.
on people.
Graz, one last thing before
Bye,
you go. We're in the same Charlie Myers fantasy football league here.
Is he still on the line? Okay.
You still there?
Yes, I'm here.
All
right.
You told me to shut
So-
up.
All right.
So
Good.
Do we have any predictions of how you're going to do in this fantasy football league here?
Yes, I'm going to be in last. I fucking blow. I have no idea. I'm going to draft the kicker in the second round. I'll see you later.
All right.
We
So
love you. I'll
Bye,
see you
Graz.
on Sunday
Who knows how
when
to
you
hang
drive
up
me
the
around,
phone?
or Saturday.
Mandy, you hang up the phone. All right, bye, Graz. Oh, so one of our listeners, who's also she's not just a listener, but she's on the radio team. She Gina Conjemi Coffin. All her friends were on the crew of The Sopranos. Her husband knows a lot of things about movies. I know her from Knock 'em Dead in the morning. Gina,
Really?
during the show, if you want to call in and give us a little more details, I'm actually one of the only people who has not watched The Sopranos.
Ever?
Oh, it's a good show. You should
I
watch
never
it.
watched
Oh, it's a great
But
show.
you know what I thought about The Sopranos? It was an awesome show, but I always felt like it could have been better, just because.
If it had more me.
I know. That's what
I
was
mean,
lacking.
let's face it.
Mike
More
Nicolia,
jerk number
in his-
2.
Mike Nicolia's stand-up, he says he was a little boy. He was a little boy, and he played the son of the guy, the head guy, but it never aired. That's part of his bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Was it
and
like
he's like,
a
if I,
throwaway
and then my
episode?
parents gave me the $50, and like if it had aired, I hope I'm not screwing.
He was
his-
supposed to play the
you know.
son when he was younger or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
never
really?
heard. That's
Yeah,
funny.
He did play the son.
But
I think
yeah, it
they
never
filmed
aired, it
it.
never
It
aired.
happens.
It never aired.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, and he's like, maybe I wouldn't be here doing stand-up if it had aired. So
So right now you're doing the Dr. Oz show.
Yeah, do the warm up. Well, we start season 11 on a Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
So we've been off for 4 months. So I got to go back. It's like school.
Yeah.
It's just like
right.
school.
Yeah,
I think I
yeah,
said that
yeah.
to you once.
why do I have these headphones?
We start late August. We go till the end of April. We have 3 weeks off at Christmas and New Year's, and then we're off for the summer.
Now, do they film a whole bunch of shows in a row, or no? It's
we
like
do about we do like almost 3 shows a day. We shoot 2 shows a day, but they end up adding more segments, so it's like 2.5. It's a long day. It's
Yep.
a lot. Yeah.
So then, in between the shows, you're keeping people busy.
No,
too?
in between segments, I go
Yeah.
up front. It takes about 2 hours to shoot the show.
Okay,
So
okay.
anytime in between is me just
Yeah.
going off and
Good.
making fun of Oz. I make fun of him a lot.
Yeah.
So it's great. He's a great guy.
So do you live in
Yeah.
Long Island, or
I live in Belmore.
oh, you live in Belmore?
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
yeah,
Did
yeah.
you grow
You're
up
right
in
near the
Belmore?
brokerage?
No, I grew up in Staten Island.
Okay.
Shouldn't we be doing the sponsors?
What time is it?
Bonnie,
time.
you're a strange. Like out of nowhere, Bonnie.
All right. Well, let me just say this
we,
before Mandy will do the
Should we be
sponsors.
We
but-
never
Because
mentioned Jen.
You said Belmore. You said Belmore, and then I was thinking,
Oh,
Coast
East
Coast,
Meadow,
just in East Meadow.
about.
I know. So I was thinking.
They want us to start saying something. Our views of the show, okay,
Right.
are not necessarily the views of our sponsors or the views of governors or the views of Governor's radio show.
All right. So
That's
we have
very well said, Jim.
We have 2 sponsors.
Yes,
First
we do.
is Coasters Tavern. That's 487 Newbridge Road.
which
in
I
East
single-handedly
Meadow.
keep open, by the way.
Yeah,
That's how we know
I
each
heard
other.
that. So yeah, you're trying to get some comedy. This is the guy to this is the place to
If you
go.
want a drink, I'll be there.
Tuesdays they have 7:30 sign up, 8:00 start. They have the open mic down there. That's free shots for the talk for the comedians, free tacos for the comedians. Jen, the bartender, who actually got in a car crash,
Yeah.
and so send
Get
good
better soon,
prayers.
Jen.
and-
Love you, Jen.
We
and
miss
thoughts to
you.
her. She's okay. Somebody talked to her. She's okay, but she did get in a car accident earlier today. So we're thinking about you, Jen. Here.
was
That's
today?
that's Coaster's Tap. Oh, was
No,
it? Oh,
wasn't
yesterday.
yesterday.
All right, I'm
Was
starting
it?
rumors. Whatever. The other day, recently. CoastersTavern.com.
She's all better now.
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. Go down to Coasters and
Yes,
get a
the
shot
rest.
for from Jen there. And then we have Smash, which is a ping pong bar, and they have food down there as well. They have food, music. They have Olympic-sized tables, paddles, and balls. That's just
She
Smash.com. I
She
always
loves
say
that line.
That's
If I
the best line.
If I can just say one more thing about Smash, all the tournaments are going to be starting. I mean, there's weekly leagues, so the leagues are every Monday night. If you go to the website, you can actually sign up and you can be in the leagues and all that. And if you sign up for the league, you get like a 20% discount on all the food and all the drinks. They have great food there. And they have great drinks. The other thing, too, is as we were mentioning earlier, if you want, they have a person who's on the USA ping pong team in the Olympics, and he's willing to give you lessons if you want to learn how to play ping pong better. So even if you just want to get a little bit better at it, or you want to take a lesson, or if you really want to take it seriously, you can take a lesson down there, and you can get as good as you want to get.
Yeah, Garage, you might want to do that because we got November. We got a ping pong tournament that you're trying to
Well,
win.
we're gonna. He says we're gonna play in the next 2 weeks, so we'll play in the next 2 weeks. We'll promote it, and then we're gonna play another round over there in November. All right.
So
those
really,
are our sponsors.
We really miss you, Jennifer. Yeah, we miss her.
Yeah, I know. We didn't mean to make light of that.
At yesterday's open
I know,
mic, we
we're
missed you. But, I know I'm going to get my nails done with her on Friday, and they serve champagne. So I'm one-upping it now.
Nice.
Not only am I doing my nails, but I'm going to have champagne and a back massage while I get my nails done with Jennifer.
You got the
from
life,
Coasters.
Bonnie, man.
Yeah, now I do. I didn't before. But anyway, getting
I still want to know why you're turning down huge cocks. I mean, if you're a woman,
Stop it. Stop.
What about Olympic-sized balls?
I know.
So what was your favorite place that you ever did stand-up?
The Governor's Comedy Club.
Yes, of course, Governors. But
besides Governors, of course, right?
this is my favorite, too.
I
The
did
best place.
Radio City Music Hall. So
Nice.
that was
That's
pretty
fun.
cool. That was I opened for Oz there at a thing, and it was sold out, and that was really, really.
Beautiful.
And it was literally, they put you behind. I was the first one on,
Oh, cool.
so they put you behind a curtain, and I knew that the guy, one of the tech guys, I knew from I'd done warm up at the Chew, and he worked the Chew. And he stood right next to me. I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "You'll see." And that curtain opens, and you just hear, "Wow!"
Wow.
And he just wanted it. He knew like the rush. It was quiet. That was really cool.
That's cool.
awesome.
That
That's
is
awesome.
cool.
Yeah. And I did Carnegie Hall. So no, I didn't. I'm lying. I didn't. I did Carnegie Hall.
He's like, no, that wasn't a dream.
I
That was
did
No,
real.
that wasn't
for
me.
a minute,
That was
no,
a
Lincoln
dream.
Center or Carnegie Hall, but it was Carnegie Hall. I did Carnegie Hall. That was cool too. It's very cool.
How many people does that sit?
A lot.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very. I did a charity event there, so that was kind of cool. So
So you live in Belmore. Are you married?
yes.
Married?
Yeah, I
Kids?
live in no kids. No
No
kids.
kids,
Don't
wow,
want
okay.
kids. Never wanted kids.
You don't want a
I
little
am a
mini
kid.
You don't want a little mini you running
I
around
don't
the
want
world?
a kid. So now you have to worry now that your kids are going to kill you for the money.
Well, I don't.
You went on the air and said, "Hey, if I die, my kids get $4 million." Dude, I'll kill you.
Yeah, seriously. Me and your wife are gonna team up. I don't want kids. When are people gonna stop asking me when I'm gonna have kids?
You don't want
When
kids?
you have kids,
Yeah.
it's like a cult.
Like I'm gonna start telling
Nobody
people I'm
ever
fucking
asked me.
barren.
I got mad.
What about your wife? I'm sure people cornered her.
I guess I don't really talk to her.
Yeah.
So
Her mother must love it.
Allegedly.
you'd have to ask her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, people just something people.
Why
talk
don't you
about-
want to have kids?
I don't want to have kids because I don't want to bring more people to this earth. I think we're pretty polluted here.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't want to sacrifice my life and my work. You know,
Well,
other
that-
than comedy, I work for it full
But
time, and so
in
is my
defense of
husband. I
having-
don't envision myself, staying home with a kid.
Yeah.
In defense of
Good
having
for
kids,
you.
like when I was young, obviously when I played sports and all, I wanted to do well. But when your kid gets up to that plate, mothers who don't care at all about sports, they're like the biggest sports
Yeah.
fans. in
Oh,
the
that
world.
would be me.
And
Oh, I hate
Yeah.
mothers like that.
And like I went down to my son's camp today. He was at Shibley day camp, and I went down there today, and he was playing the World Series in baseball. No, just watching your kid play, hit 2 home runs. It's like the biggest. You can't get a feeling like that. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
My nephews went to Shibley, and then they were counselors at Shibley. So you pay for each kid like $6,000 for 6 weeks, something like that.
No, now it's more. It used to be
10 grand
It used to be. It's
for
like
a kid to go to
$1,400 a
camp.
week now.
Yeah, but if he hits that home run, it's worth it.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's funny that you said that because when I'm sitting there today and I'm watching this game and I'm thinking, because he didn't go the whole summer, but I still dropped like $5,000. So I'm thinking, man, was it worth to send this kid to this camp for $5,000? Then when he's getting up, he hit the first home run, I'm like, yeah, it was worth it. Then the second home run, I'm like, oh man, I made a bargain on this deal,
Oh my God! I sent my daughter. She still holds it against me to this day, to like the cheapest camps that we could find, and they never had any of her friends. So basically, we dump her with a whole group of people she didn't know. But it's made her a much stronger person.
My parents used to send me and my brothers to a camp, and it was just the neighbor's backyard.
That's the best camp of all.
Yeah. So
I went to this Camp Lehigh, but I went for camp. Most people go there for basketball. So most of the people on the bus were these big, tall black guys. I'm this little, tiny white kid. And every day they were like throwing like orange peels at me on the bus and all this other stuff.
No wonder Jim is so angry.
So we had this song. It
It
was
all
like,
makes sense now.
Chima, I want to go home. I want to go home. The counselors they have here, they say are mighty fine. They all have buck teeth and look like Frankenstein. Oh, I don't want no more of Camp Lehigh. Chima, I want to go home. I want to go. Chima, I want to go home. So I still remember that all these years later.
So you were
Jesus,
traumatized.
wow.
For
Yeah, I was traumatized definitely at that place. Yeah.
You knew you were gonna do that today.
No, I did not know that.
he's been preparing.
That's why he wanted your story short because he needed time for
I
that.
needed time for my Chima. I want to go home with a story. Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Well, I got a question. Do you believe in the supernatural?
Do I believe in the supernatural? No, probably not.
No.
I don't believe. As far as what? I don't believe in. As far as a god.
She's
Are we
talking about the
Are we talking
UFOs, I
about-
think, and all
Well,
right now,
well,
right?
Are we talking about ghosts?
I mean more like people that have passed on. Do you think they have any way to contact us?
No,
No.
I think.
Do you believe in heaven?
I'll tell you what I find interesting is we have mediums on the show,
Okay.
and every time there's a medium on the show, people who work at the show who aren't supposed to be on the set are suddenly on the set. Like people really want to believe it.
Yeah.
And I find that interesting, and I go all the time. I'll say, and a lot of people get mad at me because I'm like, yeah, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. It's an act.
Are you? But
You know,
those things may be acts, but are you religious?
I'll tell you.
Well, what are you gonna say?
I'll tell you a funny story. John Edwards was on,
Okay. Okay.
and we were in the men's room, and he goes up and he washes his hand. I wash my hands, and he turns to get a towel, like a paper towel.
Yeah.
And then he takes another one. He hands it to me, and I go, "How did you know I needed a paper towel?" He started laughing.
Oh my
So he
God.
goes, "What do you do here?" I go, "I'm the warm up." He goes, "Oh, that makes sense."
That's funny. That's
So-
funny.
He's probably in
But
shock.
yeah, I think that people want to believe so. I just they do. You see it. You
Oh,
see,
definitely.
people want to believe so much that they're willing to own. You know, if you go, I see a car. My father had a car.
yeah. Right.
You know what I
right,
mean?
Oh
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Oh
right.
wait, I have a story
You know
about
what I
that.
mean? You know, it's green. My mother had a green dress. You know,
Yeah.
they're dying
want
to be
to
called
believe.
on. So that's to me, like I always say to people, you go watch a magician. You can't prove how he did it, but you know it's a trick, right?
Okay.
So when you see a medium, why can't you believe it's just a trick? It's just they can. I don't know. I've never understood that. That's my own personal.
Well,
feeling
my
on it.
best friend believes, and she took me and a bunch of my friends to see this person who supposedly could see the dead people and could tell the future. And my friend had and has an autistic son, so she had a picture of him in a frame, and she went up on the stage. And the woman was telling her all about how her son is happy, you know, that he's passed on and he's at peace now. Meanwhile, the kid wasn't dead. He's autistic. So we knew right then that the whole
Right.
thing was a sham.
Well,
Just saying.
Yeah.
So I think though
Some of
those
them
things,
are.
the problem
I
with those
think some of
things is
them are.
those things are a scam, but then they make other things that may be real look like a scam because of that. Because like real religion, I mean, I don't think everything on this planet is a coincidence, right? So I
Right.
think there's definitely a higher being. I believe in God. You know, I believe in Jesus. But the thing is, so I think what happens is when you get people like that who are doing things just to make money and for it to be a scam, then it makes everything else
yeah, but I
less legitimate.
I don't know that I consider it a scam in the sense that if they give someone peace, is it a terrible thing?
Okay.
And so that's the funny thing. I don't really agree with. I don't believe in mediums, but I do. I have
It makes
seen
them feel
people.
better.
But yeah, if you notice, every medium always goes, "He loves you. He wants you to know he's with you."
Yeah.
They never
Yeah.
go, "He hated your guts."
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
He's
it's there's
happy
always
that you're
closure.
He's happy he's on the
Yeah.
other
So
side.
He hopes you never get here.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's going to slam the door in your
So-
face.
He says, start wearing the
Yeah.
bracelet and forget about what
Yeah.
Margaret said. Just live your life. Don't worry about Margaret.
Now, Jay,
I get it.
would you like to come on the show?
I'm good over here.
Oh, we have Jay on the show.
I can't fit back there anyway. I'm good.
Oh,
Son.
we have Jay in the audience. so
Jay
it's
is the
just-
best.
If you change your mind, just
Do you want me to do warm up? I could warm you up. Are you ready for Three's
You're
Company?
doing pretty good right now.
Thanks.
So you So I saw you on a bunch of those liberal shows all the time. Are you?
What liberal shows?
What were some of them? The Views or what?
You were on The View?
Not The View. Some of those other ones.
Dean
the
Abadallah show, maybe. I was on John Fugelsang's show.
Okay.
Is that we on Sirius? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
What liberal shows are that?
Bonnie posted some stuff on her thing, and I read 2 seconds when it came on.
You guys did some great research.
I know.
So I heard you're a liberal son of a bitch.
No, I said, are you liberal? Are you liberal or conservative?
Well, I googled
middle
you.
of the road.
I googled you, and all the comedy that came up was of you. And I said, "Isn't he a black guy?" To Bonnie
Oh, yeah,
and
that's a
Jim,
good
they were
story.
like, no.
Yeah, I go, no.
Because
Richard
I
Burton is
posted on
not
your page.
black.
I was like,
I'm
oh,
like
for
the
some
whitest-
reason I thought it was a black guy.
If he goes out, he's going to get
And
burned.
Jim's
I
like, well,
posted on your page,
posted
right,
like an
that you're gonna
old
be on
white
today.
guy, so
And she goes, Jim, he's a black guy. I think you posted on the wrong page. I'm like, no, I don't think I posted.
No, I was like, isn't he a black guy?
She did say that.
All right, well,
It's like
For coming up-
telephone.
You're the
Bonnie,
one
you can
giving
give me
the finger
For
in
coming
the
out today,
picture.
he can have some of these.
You think I
Here,
didn't see
try-
it?
you- Jay, you can have some of these
my
too. Take this one.
my dad grew up with Easy Rider magazine, so when he was a kid, and still to this day, always just gives the finger in
In every picture?
every picture. So it's a
Interesting.
it's a
Okay.
tribute to my dad.
Oh, okay.
We actually have a picture. My mom was doing Christmas photos one time. It was just me, my brother, and my sister. And my dad, we were sitting on the front porch on the banister, and my dad put his hand, like, middle finger up to the glass, like, around and then she took, like, 3 more. And then she goes, oh, to get it developed, she picked one, you know, when you get, like, the banner on the side of the picture, like, Happy Holidays.
Yeah.
She gets them developed. She's like, I picked the one with the middle finger. You see my dad's hand in the glass, and it says,
Oh,
like,
no.
peace, like, love the Jones family.
It's like the Christmas card that
Yeah,
you handed out?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
She got them
like
all
that.
printed up with my dad's middle finger. It's pretty funny.
What did the people say when they got them? Did they
No, she just never, she's taken it to her grave. She never told anybody.
Now, the audience is saying all kinds of stuff that I don't understand. Okay.
Well, read it out loud.
All right. So, Gina's saying, well, listening to you, I paid hubby's life insurance since it all goes to me. I always pay on time, LOL.
All
okay,
right.
I think that's a reference to you.
All right, yeah.
And then Jeff Bosey was replying to Gina, weird, I just did the same thing. I think that means he bought a life insurance policy on his wife. Is that what you're talking about, Jeff? I think, yeah. These are marriage jokes. And then Rich Rhetta said, September is National Life Insurance Month. Okay. So everybody who's married is buying lots of life insurance and hoping the other one drops dead.
It's probably true.
Yeah.
What happens if, like, I have life insurance on my husband, and then, like, you get divorced? Like, you fucking
Oh my
retract
God!
it?
My
that's a good
ex,
question.
My ex had me paying a
Like,
policy on myself for him to collect.
A lot of times, if you have kids and you get
can
divorced,
only
they
happen to
make
me.
you can have life insurance in case you die. There's some way for you to support the children. Right.
Rich Rhetta says, am I saying his name wrong?
Yeah, no, that's
Rita.
right. Rita.
Rich
Rich
says,
Rita.
Jay's the man.
I think it's Rita.
Jay is the man. So, Jay,
Jay
what
is
is
the
your
man.
thoughts on, since as long as you're here, you might as well ask. So, Bonnie, there was some 6'6" guy who wanted to go out on a date with her.
No, I did go out on a date with him. I
and
went
she,
on the date.
And she kind of ended it right there. What are your thoughts on this?
He was no.
She didn't want to get stretched
I didn't
out.
care about the big part. He had a goatee like Colonel Sanders, and he had a braid in the back.
I've
That's
bumped
what-
into Miss Bonnie while she's been on a couple
Oh
dates.
my God.
No, you haven't.
I did. I
Oh
met
wait,
I met
you're
two.
right,
I think 2 of them.
coasters.
Yeah.
You're right. Oh yeah.
I met
That's
2
like
guys that Miss
You went on
Bonnie
a
went
date
out
to
with.
Coasters?
I did.
And how do you
She has a meter
the
at
guy,
Coasters.
the guy had a voice that was really weird. He looked good, but then his voice was like.
There was one with this hairdo. I was
That's
just like,
him.
oh
His
Lord,
name was Bruce.
Bruce.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
God.
Yeah. So I ended it that night. I only get past. I don't get past the first date.
So I'm going to tell you a quick story about Miss Bonnie, if
Okay.
I may.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. To
Absolutely.
interrupt.
No,
didn't
I
mean
wanna
to
hear it.
interrupt.
I'm afraid.
We were at Barton's place in Mount Sinai.
Okay.
So me
Sorry,
and
what
Kristen
he's
were
gonna say.
sitting outside on the bench. The bench was holding both of us up. It was a beautiful thing. And Miss Bonnie goes, hold my pocketbook. While I'm holding it, pepper spray comes flying out, and then KY jelly. I'm like, Miss Bonnie,
Oh my
what the hell
God,
are you
Friday.
into?
White jelly.
No, there was no KY jelly. I'm sorry, there was no mace.
Oh
There was
my
just KY
God.
jelly.
Oh my God.
And then there was
Bonnie,
Bruce
never let the
on
truth get away.
Friday.
Good story.
She's prepared either way.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then I met Bruce. I think the next night at Coasters, and I was like, "Yeah, you're probably not going to need any of these things," because Bonnie
was
could
very
beat
nice,
him up,
but he had a very strange voice.
he was. Ooh.
Yeah. There's always something, one thing missing.
Miss Bonnie, I would suggest, and I'm
There's
just a
one
fat
thing
guy. I have
missing.
no clue, but find peace with yourself first and love yourself before you hit these dating
Oh,
scenes.
everybody says that.
Well,
F that.
I mean, it's just there's a lot of weirdos out there.
I've been loving myself for years. So.
Me too.
You
Every day.
gotta.
No one loves me like me. You know what I mean?
You got it.
But to be honest, you just go out and enjoy yourself. Because these
I
two
don't
I've
meet
seen you with.
anybody
When did this
when I go
become
out.
Dr. Phil?
I know.
What the hell happened?
Everybody's always
Wow.
giving me advice.
You guys get all over
But I
the
love
place
you,
on this
Jay.
show.
Well, I
know,
just don't
I
want to
know.
have to, come rescue you out of a
Oh, he
closet
did say
somewhere.
that. He went over to that guy and said something like, "You better treat Miss Bonnie right." That guy Bruce, and Bruce is
It
like,
was like, yeah, it was a little, ooh, he was out there, I
He-
mean,
he
So
got
if
a
any of
little
our
scared.
listeners would like to go on a date with Bonnie at Coasters,
"Oh no!"
Just
call in.
No,
you know?
And you will be talked about on this show.
Hey, that-
yeah.
yeah. I'm trying not to do that.
Well, I think it's funny that Jim's like, "Oh, we have a secret
failing,
guest."
Bonnie.
I'm like, "Me and
You're
Bonnie
failing.
have been posting."
No,
I figured to get you just pump
No,
up the
that's
ratings
I
a little.
like it. I like it.
But no, you know what always happens with Bonnie? So she'll come up to me and she'll yell at me for something, and I'll be like, I don't even know you're dating this guy, or I don't know you know this guy, or you had a fight with this person. I'm like, I can't keep up with your dating life.
Oh, I remember that. That was here in the little room.
But she thinks I know her whole dating history. I'm like, I have no idea
Well,
what's going
she
on.
seems to bring her dates right where she works, and she really
I feel
shits where she
comfortable at
eats.
Coasters. Coasters is a great place. I feel safe there, so that's why I had them. Figured,
and
among
if you
friends.
saw the two she went out with,
Can-
she
Who was
needs
the
to
other
feel
one?
safe.
I
They're
know.
both,
I don't know, there was another
ironically,
guy,
they're
too.
both regulars at Coasters now.
Bonnie, without saying the name, can we tell a story about the gentleman who answered his door naked with the cowboy hat on?
No, don't tell that story.
Okay.
Well, it's
I
a
don't
little
want to
late
give
now.
that person
I know. It's basically
any,
just told the story.
I don't want to talk about that person ever again.
Okay.
That's a non-topic.
On a brighter note.
Next.
Was it a comic?
So, you're a sports fan? No, okay. No, we'll move on, man. No, Mandy will kill me. She hates sports.
You hate sport.
I
Oh,
don't
wait,
hate
you
sports.
didn't. We
Sports
didn't.
talk is just.
Are you
boring.
stripping on here?
No, I'm putting clothes on. Actually.
You didn't finish the.
The ratings went down last
Supernatural
week, so
thing.
now Mandy's taking off her clothes on the air, you know?
Well, because Jim's a Sunday school teacher,
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
and Bonnie's a Jew, and I'm a heathen, so I like to know what people believe
So
in.
you don't believe in the supernatural?
No, I do. I believe in the ether. I believe in that everything's connected and happening, and we could plug into it if you're in the right mindset.
I'm very religious, but this outfit is turning me on. Okay. So anyway, what were we saying?
Oh my God! Jim.
Anyway, okay, go ahead.
So awkward. You're like my teacher.
She just changed on Facebook Live. It was
I
very
put
odd.
clothes on. Oh my God, guys.
We have
No wonder-
a young intern who's like,
I know, look at him.
himself.
Mike is like so red right now.
Our ratings are gonna
Let's just say I'm glad there's a desk here.
They're gonna be
Oh
watching this
my
over and over every day, and the
God.
ratings just gonna
Oh
keep
my
going up.
God. Well, you can watch it in
not-
reverse, and it looks like I'm taking my shirt off because I'm putting it on.
Oh boy. I gave you the clean version of what I was thinking, but all right.
So you teach Sunday school? Is that?
Well, okay, in my
does.
religion, I'm
It's-
Catholic.
wait,
We don't
wait.
actually do it on
So am I.
Sundays.
In my
we do it
religion.
on, a Monday night or Tuesday afternoon or
It's like
whatever
a
it is.
driver's ed
We-
class. You end
so
up
you
just like
teach-
paying and just.
Because when I went to Catholic school, we had half a day on Wednesday because they had the public school kids come in and they
Right.
taught.
So like
is
last
that
year
what it's like?
on a
You probably
Wednesday,
went to school with my
last year
mom.
was on
You
a
went to
Tuesday.
Methodist?
No, I'm not from Staten Island. I went to,
Oh, you live in Belmore now.
I went to
Sorry.
school with my mom. Thanks.
Last year was on Tuesday afternoon. This
I'm
year will be
much
on a Monday
older than your
night.
mother.
But yeah, a whole
don't
bunch of
know
kids will come
that.
in from the middle school and
Yeah.
we'll, teach them that religion, about religion. That's all.
Yeah, and how long have you been doing that?
Ooh, like
You have a band?
12, 15 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I've been doing it a long time.
So
yeah.
are you serious Catholic?
Yeah, I mean, I make my children go to church every single week. They don't get any. We never miss a week of church. So I went to Catholic
guess
school
the
for 8 years.
Governor's
No, I definitely believe, there's a God. I don't believe all this stuff on earth is a coincidence.
Wait, Jim, I have a question for you.
yes.
I have to stop you. Maybe this is not true, but Did you say that you and your wife give marriage advice to people who are getting married in the church?
No. We talk about
Because he does this whole bit about how miserable he is in his marriage.
I joked around that we should do that, but she's not.
I thought it was
We're the
good.
last people who should be giving out marriage advice to anybody. But we do always talk about our pre-Cana people. That's what you do before you get married. You go and talk to these people that have already been married, and they give you all this advice. So we always joke around about those people,
Right.
the things they told us.
I thought it was real. I believe
do the sponsors
everybody.
one
I
more
got to
time?
stop doing that.
At the very end, we'll do
It's an act, Bonnie.
We'll do them right before the end of the show.
right, cool.
We'll give our sponsors one last shout for the end of the show. But I think so. Some people they are religious. Some people are not religious.
Right. The first 10 minutes of my act are about being Catholic. And,
okay.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff there. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do tons of stuff. But those nuns, oh
my
my God.
first time at the Borgata.
Right?
First time, and the booker was there, Ray Garvey, who's passed now, was a great guy. I'm on stage and I'm doing it, and a guy, and it was like 800 people in the room, and some guy jumps up and goes, "Shut up! Shut up!
Really?
Shut up!" And I'm like,
Rebuke you.
and he goes,
I rebuke
"I'm
you.
a Catholic, and I'm offended by the way you're talking right now."
Oh.
And I go, "Sir," and before I could say anything, a guy in the front jumps up and goes, "I'm a Catholic and I'm not, so sit down and shut up
Oh my
yourself."
God.
So now they're in an argument. It's like a fight. So,
That's funny.
like security goes, and the guy who was walks out. He leaves. He walks out of the show. So now I finish my spot, and I'm like, "There's no way I'm ever going to get asked back here." Which is funny because I was just there this week. I just got done. So I'm in the back now, and I'm at the bar behind the theater, and I'm with Ray the booker, and this guy is walking back and forth, like through you can see him from the door. He's an old man.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm going, "Ray,
He's gonna beat
I
me
think
up.
this guy's gonna kick my ass." And Ray's like, "Just ignore him." I go, "No," and he just keeps walking by, and he's
God.
looking in, and I'm like, "This old guy is gonna kick my ass." So after the show, everybody's coming out now, and some older woman comes up to me, and she goes, "You were very funny," and I go, "Thanks," and she goes, "The guy who heckled you, was he walking around?" And I go, "Yeah, I think he's out there." She goes, "He's my husband."
No.
He thought I was going to walk out with him, and I didn't. And I have his ticket, so he couldn't get back in. That's why he was walking around. And she goes, "I wasn't going to go." He kept texting her going, "Give me the ticket, give me the ticket." And she's like, "No." And she goes, "Here's the funniest part. He only became a Catholic because my father wouldn't let him marry me unless he was."
Oh God.
So I thought that was so funny. I'm like, I thought he was waiting to kick my ass. The guy was like 82 years old.
That's funny. There's some Billy Crystal was telling a very similar story to that. So somebody was heckling him, and then they end up leaving, right? And then basically, but then he had a meet and greet after, and the spouse came up to him, and then he told them that they were the spouse of that person, and they're like, "Oh, I paid for this meet and greet. I wasn't going to miss it." You know? So yeah, so it's very, very similar. But that's funny.
That's a big heckling story.
Yeah.
You have to be careful when you're doing doing religion.
When the crowd heckles each other,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
it's getting out of control.
I think Bonnie was at the show one time. I'm in the little room, and I very, very rarely ever bring my wife to comedy.
Oh, this
But-
is funny.
So we live in Garden City, and there are a lot of people from Garden City were killed in 9/11. All right, so we knew a lot of people. So this comedian's only doing 9/11 jokes, and they're going on. They're doing stuff like, if the policemen and firemen really tried, they'd be dead. That was like, the basis of the comedy.
it's not
and they're
funny.
going on, they're going on. So after like the 15th joke, my wife's like,
She liked my
she
info.
whispered, "That's not funny." So the comedian says, "What did you say?" So she says, "Nothing." Now the comedian could have just gone on from there, but they said, "No, you said something. I want to hear it." So she goes, "I said you're not funny, right?" And then she goes, "Oh, really?" She goes, "I think you're a fucking cunt," right? And she's getting the whole audience
Comedian
was like,
said that to the woman in
yeah,
the audience.
and to my wife, and the whole audience, they weren't laughing. They were like, "Whoa!" It was like the
See,
whole.
but that's somebody with you have an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to get up and do 9/11 jokes, and
Right.
you're looking for a problem,
Right, yeah.
and then so, obviously there's something a lot more going on.
If the comedian wanted to do that, that's fine. But once the person said, when they ask, "What'd you say?" and they say nothing, you now know you've shut that person up.
But they were looking for
yeah.
someone. Obviously,
Yeah.
you were looking for someone to get mad, or you wouldn't be doing 9/11.
You're probably right. They
Yeah.
probably were looking for somebody to,
Yeah.
so they could go after them.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, but like, there's no.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So, I mean, are they anybody that we know, or is it?
I don't know. I did.
I had never seen her before.
I never saw her. She never came back.
She
I don't think.
She was on the main,
She's got issues.
yeah, she was on the main stage, but I didn't.
There's a lot of in 30 years in comedy, you see a lot of people like, well, you're like, you don't really want to be a comic, you want to be a troublemaker.
Yeah, troll.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, sometimes when you do comedy, because my act's on the dirtier side, you have to be careful sometimes that you're doing jokes and you're not.
Your act's on the
and
dirtier
you're
side?
not, and you're not preaching. Oh.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, it's on
And then
the.
you teach,
Oh my God.
you teach Sunday school.
Well, what-
Yeah,
You've never heard his act?
This guy
Oh
John
my God.
Olivero, he's an MC a lot of our shows, right? So he always interests me. He's America's cleanest comic, and then I do the whole act. It's like completely dirty, off the wall. People like sitting there like, right? And
It stuns people.
And then
Like
and then
Saget.
And then when he's done, he tells them that he teaches Sunday school. It's funny.
Like Bob Saget was America's dad.
Yeah, when you hear him, you're like,
Yeah.
what
and you
the
go
hell?
see him, and you're like, oh my.
Yeah, and I come in with the
God.
blazer and the nice shirt, so they all think, oh, this guy's
Blazer.
clean cut. We're gonna get a nice clean act here. But I do a lot of marriage stuff, and it's like it's kind of hard to, like a lot of times me and my wife will be fighting.
That's how we became friends. Is that he was at the comedy class here at Governor's. His stuff was marriage material against his wife, and my stuff was marriage material against my husband. So he was the male point of view of a bad.
But your
marriage.
husband was writing your jokes at the time. My jokes come
Well,
from.
he helped me. He helped.
So
me.
it's okay to go on and talk about that he's in a bad marriage and all your.
He talked about how he was in a bad marriage.
Well,
he literally says
Your wife's okay with this?
My wife.
She's
my,
only seen me
my
do
ma-
comedy twice. One time, the first time she saw me do comedy, what happened was she came. I changed all the ends of the joke, so I was the butt of the joke. All right, so she laughed and it was great. But the funny thing is, I only had like 2 people come to that show. Once I put it on Facebook, like 30 people showed up.
Yeah, because I said there's no way that he's going to do his show really as he usually does it with his wife in the audience. She'll kill
But she's
him.
okay with
But
this.
Bonnie, you're in the contest show. She was there. So the contest show, I didn't change my material. I did it
That's
straight.
true.
And she was there in the audience. I don't know.
She liked
She
it.
probably didn't vote for me, but the thing is, she was there in the audience.
They're from Garden City, so they're like, like the Stepford Wives.
Right.
She's not watching www.gov's radio.
Yeah, no, she's never listened. She doesn't. I don't think she knows what. She doesn't know where this show's on.
like that one, right?
That was good.
Like, what are you on Periscope? YouTube?
But I saw Jay on was that Saturday? Saturday in Manhattan.
Yeah.
I went for Michelle McDonald, and so did you.
Yes.
Right? So we saw each other Saturday
Where?
and in Broadway Comedy.
Nice.
Yeah, Broadway
Was that
Comedy.
Evan? Sure.
Oh yeah, you posted on Facebook.
I don't do those
Yeah.
shows.
All right, so
Okay.
Bonnie, you were saying this
Well,
Friday,
it'd be
John
good.
Alvello's going to be in a show where?
Oh,
He doesn't
so
pay.
John Alvaro, our other person who runs the mic, our
At
really good
Coasters?
friend at Coasters, he is going to be at the Long Island Laugh Off Friday, September 6th. Thank you, Jay. Right here at Governor's. So come out and support our guy, John Alvaro.
All
Is
right.
that bad that I have a favorite? I want John to win.
That's okay.
And he hates his wife, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Well, she's not always bad, but yeah, okay.
This is what his routine is. He starts out, so I got married. That's a fucking disaster. Fucking disaster. That's how he starts. So,
Fucking
you know. You have to listen to this.
Oh, God.
does it.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'll just hand her the mic and she can do all the
I know
magic.
everybody else's routine except my own. I forget my own routine. Hey, Graz is watching. Hey, Graz. He's in his limo watching.
Gross.
Yeah, but usually what happens is I'll be in a fight with her, and then I'll be like,
Oh my God, there's
and
only
I'll
2
take out a
minutes
piece of
left.
paper, I'll start writing something down. She goes, "We're in the middle of a fight. What are you writing down?" I'm like, "This stuff is like comedy gold. I'm gonna forget it. I gotta write it down."
It's true. It's true.
So, all right, you want to do the? Obviously, like we said before, our views are not the views of our sponsors or of Governor's Radio or of Governor's Comedy Club.
Yes.
Yeah, so what we want to mention first, what we talked about a couple times, Coasters Tavern, 47 Newbridge Road, coasterstavern.com. They've got a pool table. They got live music. On Tuesday nights, they do open mic there. It's 8 o'clock show and 7:30 sign up for comics down there. That's free shots for the comics and free tacos on Tuesday nights. Then also there is Smash, justsmash.com. They're at 2953 Hempstead Turnpike in Levittown. They've got food. It's a bar. They've got Olympic-sized tables, paddles, and balls down there. Bonnie. It's a great place.
Leagues, and you can take lessons if you want. And if you see me in there, I'll buy you a drink, and if you can beat me in a game of ping pong, I'll give you $100.
That's justsmash.com and coasterstavern.com.
Bonnie Balls.
All right.
No, I don't want that to stick. Do you want to plug anything?
No, I'll be at the Brigada on Friday night.
And it's
Nice.
BYRNE,
Yeah,
Richie with
Byrne.
an IE.
Yes.
Richie Byrne.
Not the black Richie Byrne.
Not the black Richie Byrne. That I don't even know. I don't know.
No, I have to look it up.
How do they find you on Twitter?
There's a
Facebook,
Richie Byrne
and all that
who
stuff?
takes rubber bands and bangs them off his forehead and falls over.
That's what I was
and he
thinking
has
of.
more YouTube hits than I do.
That's what I was
No.
thinking
Oh
By
my
far.
God.
of. I was
By
upset
far.
when I found out it
That's
wasn't that
insane.
By
Richie
far.
Byrne. Actually.
It's amazing. So many
Is he
people, my son
black?
watches how many YouTube hits
No,
they
he's
have.
not
It's
black.
insane.
Yeah.
And these guys
gets-
just doing some
This
crazy
guy
stuff.
gets more views than I do, and all he's doing is taking a rubber band and hit himself in the head with it.
All right. Well, God
Anyway.
bless him.
RichieByrne.com, BYRNE. Go find me on Facebook. I'm on the other shit, but I never do it. My manager made me put it
Instagram,
on.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not good with Instagram
Yeah,
either.
I suck with all that.
I don't know.
All right. Cool.
I'm still on MySpace.
When was the last time you played at Governors? A while?
I've done some guest spots here, and I've been at Brokers McGuire's more than here. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all Governors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, do you want to plug anything?
Yeah, good.
Okay, he's.
Are you going to stop down to Coasters
Friday
on
night.
Friday to see Bonnie?
I'm
And
actually doing a show on Friday
Okay.
at Barton's Place. I'm hosting for Aragona's Comedy.
All right. Cool.
Jay,
Hell
Jay
yeah.
had to remind me that I couldn't see John because I was in. I didn't remember if I was in a show or not. Oh no, that was just me.
Whoa. Okay.
Why does everyone mistake
I
me
know,
for him?
really.
That's so
I know.
weird.
I
Justin's
know.
gonna kill
The guy's
me
like
now.
not even
You
fat.
guys
I
are
know.
gonna kill me now.
I know, poor
Sorry,
Justin.
It's the
that
hairdo.
was
It's the
Justin.
hairdo.
Sorry.
Poor Justin.
Is the show over?
You don't have to end exactly the exact time. We don't have any neurotic people who come on after us, all right? So,
Yeah.
Zip.
That was a shot at somebody.
yeah, it
Zip
is.
that. I didn't say it.
Here at www.govsradio.com.
The views of Governor's Radio and Governor's Comedy Club are not those views of Jim Ryan. Okay. So basically, what was I going to say? What was I trying to thought?
I don't know what you're going to say.
Let's segue awkwardly into something else.
Well, if everyone could
Jeff
please
Losey.
like and share the show. I know we say that, and you probably just like say, we're not going to like and share the show. But it does help us a lot, and it helps everyone see it. So if you could please do that, I'd be eternally grateful.
Aw.
Do you want to say anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming out tonight.
If you'd like a date with Bonnie,
Stop
you know,
it.
message her.
It's like he's raffling.
If you have a big dick, though, I don't think she likes
Look up
that.
BonnieBalls.com.
No.
All right.
And if there's any outfits you'd like Mandy to put on,
my
during the
God,
show,
Jim.
you can private message her, and next week she'll come and put those outfits on for
Oh
you.
my God.
I love how Mandy.
If I see my son watching that video, we're gonna have some problems. No, okay.
I love how Mandy has Mike put the date on the shows so she can coordinate her outfits so that they're different colors each week.
I look at my Instagram like, did I wear this yet?
Are we done?
That's the reason you have the date.
No, that's not the reason I have the date. No,
It
I was
probably
saying
is the reason why she has the date.
I was saying that if I was saying that outfit is used to be the only way I could do it before I had the date.
See, men are not like that. We just grab the pair of jeans and a shirt. If I wore it before, I don't know I wore it before. It's
I
not
don't care.
intentional. It just,
I'm missing the clothing gene and the shopping gene.
You always look cute.
Well, I'm wearing the same outfits over and over. You know.
So same outfit.
All right, so we're gonna end on this note. We'll make it really controversial. We'll end on something very controversial. Okay. President Trump says if you're Jewish, okay, and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
voting for a Democrat, he says that it's completely wrong. What are your views on this?
I think Trump is
She's
100% right that the Jews should see what's happening. And by the way, I heard Rush Limbaugh talk about that they gave a bunch of trees to Israel in a certain spot dedicated to Donald Trump. They think of him as like a god. And it's, yeah, they do.
Well, he said that today. He was going off saying how he's like a
Yeah.
messiah, and I'm like, oh my God,
He-
this sounds like the Antichrist.
Oh my
when they
God,
teach what the
that's
Antichrist
not
is,
a
these
good
are the
According
words
to a
that come out.
conservative radio host, Trump is like a god.
No, the people of Israel are so grateful for all the things that he's done for Israel. And if you're Jewish and in this country and you're supporting the Democratic Party, you're insane. That's just my
Well, he
opinion.
has been much more supportive of Israel than the previous
you
president.
think? You think?
Yeah, so that's true.
It's called common sense, which I shouldn't be
If
preaching.
anyone who's watching the show would like some Trump money, message me. We'll mail you some Trump money in the mail. All right? All right, Bunny. Now that you were nice
Yeah,
and
got that
down the
off your
middle,
chest.
you got that off your chest. Everything's good.
You feel all
I
right?
thought the show was over.
I know it is.
Oh, okay.
All right.
No, it's not over.
No, it is though. But
it
thank you,
over?
Mike.
We're still going, of
We
course.
are still
We're
going.
not over until we say it's over.
You're not going to end on that?
Graz's show goes like 6 hours over.
But he pays for that.
I know, but I'm not on that one. Can we go now?
Yeah, we can go now.
Bonnie and I
All
got
right,
drinking
everyone,
to do.
thank you for tuning in tonight. We will see you all next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is a very, very special show. I promise you I will not miss it. We're going to talk porn, and more porn.
These are Mandy's guests next
yes,
week.
Yes.
And Mandy's
porn-
outfit is going to be
What?
insane.
Are you guys fucking kidding right
No,
now?
he's not
This
kidding.
is bullshit. I'm
porn-
coming back.
Porn creators.
You could be our
yes.
special guest.
Yes.
My shirt's here. I'll come back.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, that's a husband and wife team that make
Yes. Porn creators.
porn. You said fetish porn.
Yes.
It's even just not just porn, fetish porn. Because all porn nowadays, people aren't just looking up normal
Sounds
stuff
like
on
a
there.
pasta. I'll have the fetish porn.
Yes.
It's all like brother sister crap. That's all
I know.
these things.
What is that? My husband was asking me about that yesterday. He's
Yeah,
like, "What's
nobody
with
who
all the
watches
incense
porn now. All these people who watch porn now, they're not even just watching regular porn. They're always watching all this like crazy ass shit. I guess after a while, you have to get dirtier and dirtier and crazier and crazier. It's not gonna turn you on anymore. So
Bruno said, "Great show tonight." My friend Michelle Asta is watching. She just did a horror movie. We have to get her on to talk about this horror movie that she was
is
doing.
she in the horror movie?
Yes, she is.
How-
And
is
Bruno,
she
of
scary?
course, says Trump 2020. Yes, Bruno. Great job.
All right. All right. Tune in next week for porn, more porn. We'll see you all next week. Thank you very much. Over and out.